Hi, this is John Leone from Radio Listeners ElectricEasel.com Inc. And we're on our NotePad tutorial. We are, this is the third video. It covers Google's exercise 1 through the steps of exercise 1 is probably going to be somewhere around 6 through 9. I did 6 through 10, but it ran a little long. We'll see what we could do. And I also want to go on a bit of a back road here. This morning, I did my usual wake up 5:30, hit the coffee, check the sites, and um, then set the task. And my computer was freezing left and right every time I cut this video. I'm like, what the heck could this be? It never occurred to me to check Eclipse INI because I had set that like 3 weeks back and it was covered in the material. Somehow something reset it again. Now, for completeness, this is Eclipse INI. It's where the heck is it? Help if I know how to work a computer. This is Eclipse INI. Let's unhighlight this and blow up the font a little bit. There we go. Format, font. Let's give it like 18s. Okay, this is Eclipse INI. This is the part that was giving me trouble. These VM arguments, uh, this and this was set lower. Max perm size wasn't even in there. I beefed these up. First, I did a Google search on Android Eclipse INI, and it recommended even less than this. I got 3 gig of RAM. I upped these here, and I haven't frozen since. At first, I thought it was Chrome. I was thinking, I was trying everything because I'd reset this as something I had seen in the example, and it was working fine. How it got reset, I have no idea. Okay. Now, if you go, to pull the old Control Shift Escape, go into the Task Manager, you'll see how much memory you're actually utilizing. There's a 3 gig RAM machine, Vista Ultimate. The uh, the machine is allocating something like 1.2 gig of the 3 gigs, so everything is hardware accelerated. We're running off of chips basically, and they're AMD chips. And that's with the screen capture stuff and Java Eclipse running. And the Java library must be loaded in memory also. In any event, we're going to take this activity. Oh, this I didn't correct from the last one. When you open a project, it's going to say activity here. And everything's going to be fine, no squiggly lines, you think everything's good. Then they tell you to change it from an activity to a list activity. When you change it to a list activity, it requires a new library statement, and it does import. And the way they say in the tutorials, Control Shift O, which works fine, it'll import the appropriate library. In 3.4 of Eclipse, which might be newer than when they wrote the tutorial, if you hover over here, you get list activity cannot be resolved, import list activity android.app. And you click on this, and it's, quasi-intelligence that it gives you these options. Suddenly, all your squiggly lines are gone. What it did in the background, you look up here, my import statement didn't change. How did it, automatically do this? And the way it did it, you have to just expand here, and this line right here is what made it all happen. Okay. Now, let me refer back to the infamous notes. uh, what we're going to do first is cut and paste. Now, what I recommend here, you can, in the beginning of each sub-item of the various exercises. What they do is they explain what to type in and how to go about it. I don't recommend doing it that way because after they have you type it in, they show the code exactly as it is. To get this example to work right, at least the approach I took, was to read, well, at this point I've read it like 12 times, but, and then paste in the complete thing, which is what we will be doing here. And, your mileage may differ. You have to know how you best learn. Do you learn by text? Do you learn by video? Do you learn by text and video? Do you learn by pasting in? Do you learn by typing in? Do you experiment as you do it? And all of us use virtually all these learning models in various degrees. Be that as it may, we got squiggly lines again. Now the problem is right here because MDB helper isn't defined. So what we're going to do is define it. And I'll do another one of those cut and paste. Now, what we want to do is put up here. Now my notes came over too. the Now what they do is simple declarations. If you want to get more formal with your code, something which I think is a good practice, well, both methods work and I've done both, depending on which language I'm in and which version and which day of the week it is, like most programmers. I guess some programs are machines, but for us regular folks, you just paste it in all your private and your publics or whatnot, highlight it. Actually, in this case, that would mostly be private. And then if you go into source here and you pick generate getters and setters, it'll give you all your get and set statements, and it's nicely done. It's a good feature of Eclipse. Other languages do templates. Everybody's got their own thing they do, but that's a pretty nice feature of Eclipse. And gosh, we're running out of time. Always running out of time. Well, we'll just make more videos. I just want to bring it in all right. So we got our DB helper, and it's a Notes DB adapter. Where does Notes DB adapter come from? Remember our first video? It's right here. This is the Notes DB adapter. And to review, we did database create, database helper, and all that good stuff. This is where it's called from. Right here. And Notes DB adapter. See? The further you get in the exercise, more and more things go full circle. Okay. On full circle, so we got our MDB helper, Notes adapter, this is the instantiation, and then open the database. When we open the database, it'll either create a database if one doesn't exist, or give us a cursor to the open database, or a context. I'm not sure of the vernacular. Fill data, it gets handled later, I'm not sure where. Okay, and we're going to go into strings XML, work a little magic. Now, if we remember this from the last video, this is where you might see this. You could either put it in here, but you can't cut and paste, or you could click on the strings XML, which is the actual XML file. Make sure you keep all your angle brackets okay. And there. Oh, it doesn't auto end it. Oh, let's end it. And we're just simply adding a new string, menu insert, and its inner text is add item. Okay, so far so good. Okay, we're running out of time, and tune in to the next episode. I don't know if you're old enough. There used to be something, same bat channel, same bat time. Or what was Outer Limits? We now return your TV set. It's all good. It's all good. We got our third video. It didn't cover that much, but gotta close out. Radio listener from Radio Listener Electric Diesel.com. Thank you.